Zamina, waka waka, 60 million down the drain. Kai Havertz scores again. Well and truly 60 million down the drain as you join me for the Arsenal and Manchester United match review. It went 1-1 in the FA Cup and went to pens and Havertz missed a pen. Kai Havertz missed a pen. It was absolutely freaking shit. I can't swear because depends who's watching. But so Havertz, former Chelsea player, did had an absolute stinker. There's certainly 60 million down the drain, and you're wondering why the sunglasses. I had an inspiration from someone else who did a review with some sunglasses. Carefree Lewis G. Gotta shout him out. I watched the review of that, and I thought it'd be funny to have sunglasses. But let me know about the sunglasses in the comments. We are here to see the absolute capitulation from Arsenal. If you're an Arsenal supporter, don't take this too seriously. But yeah, so let's get into it. Where do we go? Where we start? Obviously, actually, I want to start with anyone who goes to Manchester United. What a game today from you guys. You guys absolutely played out your skin. I think you guys were actually the better team, honestly. And also, I did watch the Barcelona and I'm getting off track here, but I did watch the Barcelona and Real Madrid game, but I only watched like half of it because I fell asleep because I was up to watch the FA Cup this one. So yeah, but you can still see a bit of a review if you want. I don't really think I'll do one, but still could be opportunity. I was actually going to do another video today, but I decided to scrap it. And why not do this? Laugh at Arsenal. So Kai Havertz, just what an absolute stinker of a game he had. And also it's mainly from all the Arsenal team. They all had stinkers. Odegaard, Marino, even Jorginho wasn't even that good. Literally, even Raya was mad with some of those pens. He was absolutely mad. Some of those diving for the pens were mad. Yeah, so Manchester United did win 5-3 on pens over Arsenal at home. Havertz, how did you miss a chance right in front and you decided to be a cheating bastard and dive, which that was absolutely never a penalty. You decided to dive, thought that you could win a penalty, almost got Agate sent off actually, and it ended up biting you in the ass when you missed that penalty. Luckily you didn't do that when you were playing for us, but you're still absolutely shit. So also, I want to talk a bit about the game now. So I think Bayern, oh my god, he could be the new Manchester United goalkeeper. He was superb today. I think after when Arsenal had that penalty in the second half, I think he turned like when they were 1-0 up, he turned it on. He was absolutely you just couldn't see him conceding a goal after that penalty because he saved the penalty from Martin Odegaard. So he saved the pen, and I think that's really what started Man United's run, even though they were 1-0 up at the time, and also the reffing a bit mediocre, but we always talk about reffing. It's time to talk about something else. I'm gonna leave this unedited. So Garnacho, he had a good game. Harry Maguire had a good game for Manchester United. He did really well in defense, even though he gave away the penalty. If you watch the highlights, absolutely never a penalty in anything. That is absolutely never a penalty, but somehow the ref did give it. So hopefully someone's looking forward to this. Yeah, Havertz absolutely has stinker, as I said. So yeah, he missed chances right in front of goal. Like, I think some of those chances were genuinely harder to miss than to score. They were actually harder to miss the goal than to score. That's and when you know you missed those, you know that absolutely you had an absolute stinker, Havertz. But yeah, luckily we sold him 2 years ago. Imagine if we still kept him on. Jesus, we would not be in a good position. But also, yeah, Odegaard didn't really play that well. Marino, didn't really see much of him. Sterling, we all thought that we were going to see the best of him, but he has not even changed. Jorginho, I was actually shocked they didn't keep him on for pens because he's an unreal penalty taker. I think he's only missed like one or two pens his whole career. Like he might have been injured, so who knows? Yeah. Then defense. I mean, Gabriel scored. It was shitty deflection goal. So you know what does that really matter? Saliba, he was quite average, I'd say. Didn't really. I think talking about Saliba, if Arsenal crash out of the Champions League and it happens this in the next couple of seasons, I think he could be off to Real Madrid. Because he's that sort of defender. Real Madrid need him to potentially replace Rudiger. Yeah. Timber, he was okay, and Miles. What's that guy's name that left back today? It's like Miles Skelly, isn't it? Search up Arsenal. It's like Lewis Skelly or Miles Skelly or whatever. Lewis Skelly. Yeah, Lewis Skelly. He was actually okay. Raya, he was a bit mad, but also when I look at Manchester United, Bandier, what a game he had. Martinez, I think he was actually. I think Martinez, Maguire, and De Ligt were all really good in defence for Manchester United. Dello, I think, was a bit unlucky with the red card. That I think it's a bit iffy, but it probably is a red card. Mainu, I thought he did really well. Hopefully, he's putting an audition on for if he ever plays for us for Chelsea. Agate, I thought he was solid in midfield. So yeah, he was solid in midfield. Mazraoui kept on running up and down the channels, especially in the midfield. And then Garnacho, I think Garnacho, this is probably been his best game for a while now. I think it's a well overdue game for Garnacho, and hopefully it gives him the confidence. Bruno Fernandes, he's actually turned into a half decent player now. He's been quite hot and cold over his Man United career, especially in these games like against Arsenal. But he certainly played well today. And Højlund, he didn't really do much up top for Manchester United. But when you don't really have much of the ball, as what Manchester United didn't have today, they had 30% of possession. Man United basically got dominated in everything and still won. That just shows how embarrassing that was for Arsenal. Yeah, Højlund, he was quite average. He didn't really get much of the ball. But you got to expect that in those sort of games. Tierney off the bench, didn't really see much of him. Trossard, that miss. Oh my god, that one they should have scored. Even though De Ligt did clear off the line, I reckon he still should have scored that Trossard. Raheem Sterling, average as usual. Declan Rice, I thought he was actually okay. To give more run, to give a bit more run in the midfield. And he also did provide a couple of good attacking plays for Arsenal. And then moving on to Manchester United's bench, who came off. Collier, I think he was quite good today. He played in multiple different positions for Manchester United. Diallo, probably Manchester United's best player. I think he started. Yeah, no, obviously he didn't start, but yeah, Diallo, he did okay in terms of what was a task for him, and gave Manchester United a good advantage. Lenny Yoro, he's a defender that I rate quite highly, even though he's a Man United player. He he did really well, especially to score that penalty in the penalty shootout. I think it was it was a he had a good game, even though he came off for half an hour. Malacia, didn't really see much of him. Xerxes, I thought, done really well. Xerxes, I thought he done really well, and I think since that booing incident a couple of games ago, he's actually really turned on his form. But the main part of this is Kai Havertz. What a stinker! Yeah. Thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you in the next one.